Hey everyone, Shabby here, and welcome back to the next episode of 205 Live. Big one here this evening, including, of course, Eddie Guerrero's shot at the Cruiserweight Championship. If, that's a big if, he is fit to return. And here is the opening match of the evening. Drew Gulak takes on Adam Cole. And here is then Drew Gulak. I feel a bit bad for Drew Gulak because I keep giving him lots of opportunities, but the problem is I keep putting him against people that are very difficult to defeat, and this is another example of that one. I'm a massive fan of Drew Gulak, but now he's facing off against Adam Cole. That might be one step too far for him, who knows, but if he can get the victory here, that would be absolutely huge for him. Really, really big. And here then is his opponent, of course, Adam Cole, baby! The leader of the Undisputed Era. Has had a bit of an interesting time so far. I thought he was going to dominate this universe mode, but it's not been fantastic for him so far, but let's see how he goes moving on. So here we go then, Drew Gulak versus Adam Cole, baby. So like I was saying earlier on in the intro, tonight is the night that Pete Dunne will be defending his Cruiserweight Championship. Now, it is supposed to be Eddie Guerrero. Eddie has that match if he wants it, but we're not 100% sure yet. He's not arrived in the arena as of this time, and we don't know yet whether he is going to be fit to do so. We know that doctors have been with him this morning. We don't know what the results of those tests were. Obviously, if you don't know much about it, then he was brutally assaulted a few weeks back by Andrade Cien Almas backstage, which ended up in Almas hitting Eddie Guerrero with a hammerlock DDT face first into the concrete just outside by the car park. So it was a very, very dangerous attack, and it's definitely caused a lot of damage to Eddie Guerrero. But will he be fit to come and wrestle tonight? We'll have to wait and see, I suppose. If not, like I have said previously, Pete Dunne will be defending that championship this evening no matter what. I mean, if Pete Dunne can't arrive, then... Sorry, if Eddie Guerrero does not arrive, then Pete Dunne will be defending his championship. We're not quite sure how that'll pan out yet. I'm assuming we might just do some sort of open challenge, but we'll know a bit more once we've figured out the situation with Eddie Guerrero, I suppose. Either way, let's get into the match we've got here this evening, as Drew Gulak was in charge there for a split moment of time until Adam Cole caught him out. Also in tonight's episode, we are going to have a last qualification match for the Money in the Bank ladder match. That qualification match is going to be a very British style one. So I've left my piece of paperwork on the other side. I'm trying to remember everything off the top of my head now. It's very British NXT UK based one. Of course, we were supposed to be doing the NXT UK Universe mode first. However, I just couldn't get the good cores available. The few that I did get available, though, have transferred pretty well into this roster. So tonight, we will see a fatal four-way elimination between... I know, fatal four-way elimination again. I know what you... I know you're thinking, oh, he does that every week. But it's the best way of getting lots of people to have an opportunity. It is Travis Banks, Noam, Flash Morgan Webster, and Zack Gibson. That'll be for the 6th and final place for the Money in the Bank ladder match, which will take place on Christmas Day. There you go. Lots of stuff I do for you. Nice pin by Adam Cole. In for a 2 count. And Gulak is struggling a bit. Adam Cole now taking... Oh, Gulak up, drops him with a brainbuster onto the knee. 1, 2, I need a 2 count. But I feel like Cole is on the verge of finishing this match off, to be honest. Adam Cole now stalking the grounded Drew Gulak. Super kick to the gut, then a nice shining wizard right in the face. And it's... Wow, no, Gulak kicked out. Okay. Interesting. I really thought that was going to be a finish off there for Adam Cole. Shows a great resilience there by Drew Gulak. Adam Cole now gets folded up. Wow. Drew Gulak has completely turned it around now, actually. He's in control of the match. I don't know how that's happened. He was on the verge of losing it not too long ago. Gulak now with this submission locked in, but Adam Cole is able to break free. Gulak sending Cole into the corner. Cole fights back with a forearm, and now it's very back and forth now, actually. I think the longer the match has gone on, the more that Gulak had got into it, he says, as Adam Cole suplexes him. Of course, the other members of Undisputed Era are at ringside. Not been involved as of yet, though. Very much there for moral support rather than physical at this point in time. Nice roll through there by Drew Gulak with the arm drag. And Gulak once again taking some control. There's the pin, but Gulak has his feet up on the ropes. Referee hasn't seen it, but doing it for a 2 count anyway. Adam Cole now back up on his feet. They're now rolling. Gulak through. Nice leg breaker. Leg breaker? I suppose it is, isn't it? And Adam Cole going to get his own back now, putting his feet on the same part of the ropes that Drew Gulak had earlier. And Gulak obviously not happy with that. Cole sends Gulak over the top. Looking for the forearm, but Gulak fights back for a forearm of his own. Back in the ring he comes. Nice folding Adam Cole in half. Drew Gulak now wrenching back at the arm and the leg as well. Adam Cole is able, just about to break free. Adam Cole still in control. I'll tell you what, I said earlier on that I keep giving Gulak these really difficult chances, but the more I do, the more he's impressing. And to be honest, he's not getting the wins. That's the only problem. But I say that as Gulak locks Adam Cole up once again in what looks to be a very, very painful submission. And Adam Cole has only gone and bloody tapped out. Drew Gulak just beat Adam Cole. Baby. Wow. What a win for Drew Gulak. That's massive for him. And you know what? I did it last time, so I might do it again, you know. I did it for TJP when he defeated Sami Zayn. I feel like I should do it again here. Is that the right piece of paper I've just grabbed from over my head? It is the right piece of paper I've just grabbed from over my head. Right. Okay, so I'm happy with that. You know what? I'm going to schedule it in. Where's my next clear bit of space? It's quite tight for space, actually. Quite a lot of stuff going on. I tell you what, I've actually got Gulak planned in for a match on Christmas. Let's give Gulak the match on Christmas Day. Go on. Next episode, light heavyweight championship. It's going to be Gulak versus Tozawa. There we go. That's next episode then. Gulak versus Tozawa for the light heavyweight championship. I mean, Tozawa's only just defended it a couple of episodes ago against TJP. And now he gets another championship defense as well. Well done, Drew Gulak. Massive win for him. Biggest win in his SWE career. And here is our second match of the evening then. It is going to be that fatal 4-way elimination, and it is going to be for the last place in the Money in a Bank ladder match. It's Zack Gibson, Travis Banks, Noam Dar, and Flash Morgan Webster. And here then comes our first man in this match. It is going to be Travis Banks, somebody who I can see in the near future being part of either 205 Live permanently or just NXT permanently. I think with some of the things they've done with 205 Live recently, with people moving, of course Mustafa Ali was the most recent one. He is now no longer on 205 Live. He's officially moved to SmackDown. They're going to need to start replacing some of these people, and I think that's going to happen pretty soon as well with the whole shake-up thing that Vince is on about. And here's the second man in the match, then it is going to be the Scotsman himself, Noam Dar. I often wonder with Noam Dar, you know, if he wasn't, like, if he didn't have that Israeli nationality as well, would he have been part of the Cruiserweight Classic? I mean, I'm pretty sure they went pretty heavy on the Cruiserweight Classic, having lots of different nationalities, and I wonder whether that was one of the main reasons. But then again, he's a very good wrestler, especially for his age. Full of potential. I mean, I don't think he's ever going to be world champion, but definitely has a place. So maybe we get a bit more action now that people like Mustafa Ali and the Lucha House Party have actually left 205 Live. And the third person in this match then is going to be Zack Gibson. Let me know what you think about these calls as well down in the comment section down below. These were the best ones I could get a hold of for the NXT UK roster. There's still quite a lot of people missing, and hopefully giving them that extra month or two is definitely going to help us get what we need together. And the fourth and final man in this match then is going to be Flash Morgan Webster. Again, someone I can see getting some more opportunities in the future, especially with this whole shake-up thing. I think NXT is going to lose a lot of people to the main roster and to 205 Live, and they're going to have to replace those people. And here we go, the bell goes, then we are underway. Fatal 4-way elimination, like I said, to become the 6th and final member of that Money in the Bank ladder match on Christmas Day. Right, so that match already consists of Sin Cara, Kyle O'Reilly, Tommaso Ciampa, Mark Andrews, and Ricochet. And of course, the 6th and final man will be from this match here. I would have to say that I would fancy Travis Banks as the favourite for this one, but you never know. You never know. But I think that Money in the Bank ladder match is going to be great, and we're going to crown someone who's probably going to become the champion. I mean, is there any? I would say that, I don't know, I wouldn't say weak spots, but I think definitely Tommaso Ciampa, Ricochet, and Kyle O'Reilly, I would have to say, are the ones that you would really expect to have a good championship run. I don't know if Sin Cara or Mandrews or whoever wins this match becomes the champion. Will they be able to defend it? That's going to be the big question. But we'll give them the opportunities. I mean, we'll see how it goes. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be very stressful for me to try and get a decent Money in the Bank ladder match, because they're generally a bit iffy, aren't they? You know what they're like on this game. I tell you what, you missed. Of course you missed it, because I didn't do it. But yesterday I tried to record this video, and it was the most hellacious time in my life. It really was. I recorded these first two matches absolutely fine. Then it got to the main event, and it was just glitch after glitch after glitch. So many problems. I got to a point where it took me nearly two and a bit hours to finally get a video I was happy with. And then I went back to my PC to press the button to stop the recording, and I hadn't even started the recording to start with. So just over 2 hours worth of me sat here in my living room talking to myself. No microphone recording anything, no footage being recorded. I was absolutely gutted, I'll tell you. Sorry, just when I said that, I checked to make sure I was recording and everything's working. But oh god, it was terrible. You've never seen anyone so stressed out about a wrestling computer game in your entire life. I was making all sorts of threats yesterday. I threatened my actual TV that I was going to get this game and snap it in half. And then I realised that I don't own it. It's a digital copy, so I can't really snap it in half at all. It's not a proper disc. Yeah, I don't quite know what was going through my head at that point in time, but I was just so annoyed with everything. Anyway, enough of my trials and tribulations in life. We have got 4 guys in the ring here, all looking for an opportunity at that Money in the Bank ladder match, which almost guarantees you a championship when you look at it. It guarantees you a championship match. But it almost guarantees you a championship. I mean, unless you do it really badly. But chances are you'll cash it in at a very prosperous time for yourself when everyone's down and you've got a chance just to walk in and get the victory. So 9 times out of 10 you do become the champion. Not many people have actually not cashed in correctly. So it'll be interesting what does happen. Nice there by Banks. Drop in Zack Gibson head first into the mat, and there is your first elimination. It is Zack Gibson eliminated by Travis Banks. And now it's Morgan Webster and Travis Banks inside the ring. Noam Dar been a bit clever. He's just spending a bit of time on the outside, staying down and just recuperating and letting his opponents sort of battle each other, I suppose, if you look at it that way. Noam Dar, nice step up into Guru, right to the side of the head of Flash Morgan Webster into the pin. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Dar now just wrenching away at the neck of Flash Morgan Webster. Travis Banks is back up and takes a chop right in the guts. And now Dar going to bring Banks back in the hard with a neck breaker. Nice. Really good move, that is. Dar now bringing Flash Morgan Webster back up to his feet and hooks him in for the fisherman suplex, but too close to the ropes to really go for a pin there. Nice running bulldog there by Flash Morgan Webster. And a dropkick to the back of the head. And this time Travis Banks is the one who's just sort of taken a few moments outside to recuperate and replan. Webster there with a right hander right in the gut. I'm often not keen on this sort of match when it's down to the final 3 because it becomes very congested. Everyone tries to grab all the time, whereas sometimes seems to be with people staying down. It seems to be working okay here, actually. I'm quite enjoying this. It's not quite as high-paced as some of the other matches. Noam Dar, nice right hand, and then a reverse X-Factor. Try to stamp on Banks, but Banks escapes the ring and catches Dar with that springing neckbreaker across that top rope. Of course, remember those ropes are not as springy as they look. They are woven steel cable. They're very, very painful. That's neckbreaker there by Noam Dar, who's doing really well here, actually, Noam Dar. Oh. Yeah. Took it too far there, didn't I? Flash Morgan Webster now stalking Travis Banks. And there's the Destino. The Destino by Flash Morgan Webster, of course, the finisher of Tetsuya Naito. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Wow. Webster now heads up to the top, looking for the elbow, but Travis Banks has managed to avoid it. And this battle continues. Oh, Banks just taking Morgan Webster off the apron with that enziguri. And he gets caught with that 4 right in the face by Noam Dar, but Banks again taking control of the drop kick. Doing pretty well here on Morgan Banks, Travis Banks. He looks to be in control of the match majority of the time. I say as he gets knocked over, but you know. Webster's back up. And again, it's not a terrible thing for him to stay just out of the way. You see Noam Dar and more Webster back in the ring now. So the longer Travis Banks is out of the way, the better really for him. Dar sending Webster face first, and a few forearms into the spine. Clothesline to the back as well as Travis Banks sneaks in behind Noam Dar, gets around the back, and oh, look like it was going for like a chicken wing there, and Noam Dar able to fight through with the elbow in the face, and now DDT as well. Short, sharp and dangerous, and Banks falls straight back to the outside. Dar now with more Webster. It's been down to his final three now for quite some time, hasn't it? Pin there by Noam Dar. 1, 2, and oh, that was close. That was well close. I thought more Webster had been eliminated there. Dar taking Webster down as Travis Banks slides back in once again. Banks now sending Dar into the corner. Takes him up high. What is Banks doing here? What has he got planned? Oh. Travis Banks. Look. That was just a stupid idea, wasn't it, really? It was crazy. A superplex to the outside doing so much damage to yourself as well. Wow, I don't know what happened to Morgan Webster either. He just seemed to cause more damage to himself. Not today. Travis Banks avoiding the attack by Noam Dar, and there's the Destino once again there by more Webster on Noam Dar. Go for the pin. There he does. Go for the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And that's the elimination by more Webster on Noam Dar. And then Travis Banks rolls him straight up into a Gargano escape. Is he going to tap? He looks in a lot of pain. He does not tap. I really thought that he could have that, you know. Nice arm breaker there by more Webster now. Looking... Is that a bear hug? Seems like a weird move to go for by such a small guy, but there you go. Nice DDT there by more Webster into the pin. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Webster heads up to the top. Goes to the big elbow, but Travis Banks rolled out the way. Banks now with Webster up on his shoulders. Drops him neck first across that top rope. And Travis Banks picks up the win. Wow. I did say from the very beginning I fancied Travis Banks to win this one, you know. I really did. I thought he was the obvious pick. I think he was the strongest man on paper in this match. And he proved me correct with this victory. And Travis Banks will now be joining, of course, Sin Cara, Kyle O'Reilly, Tommaso Ciampa, Mark Andrews and Ricochet in that 6-man Money in a Bank ladder match coming up for you in a few days' time. And of course on Christmas Day, as well as all the other stuff I've got planned for you on Christmas Day. There's going to be like 5 videos uploaded on Christmas Day, so I hope you're ready to be absolutely bombarded with crap. And here we go, the main event of the evening time. Here is your champion, Mr. Pete Dunne. Now, unfortunately, we do have some information coming fresh, and it is that Eddie Guerrero has not been able to turn up here this evening. Eddie suffered, of course, that horrific attack backstage by Andrade Cien Almas only a few episodes ago, and the doctors will not sign him off as fit to compete in this match here this evening. Now, he didn't seem too bothered, to be honest with you. He seemed more interested in trying to get his retribution against Almas, which is totally understandable. But like I promised, Pete Dunne will be defending his championship here this evening. I've discussed it with Dunne before he came out, and this is going to be an open challenge to anybody to come out here and challenge Pete Dunne for the Cruiserweight Championship. So let's see who's going to cash in this massive opportunity. It's going to be a big one. Somebody could walk in and out of nowhere get themselves a championship match. So let's see who is going to cash in this opportunity. Who could it be, to be honest? There's a lot of big names. There's a possibility the lights go out. No. No. It's freaking Neville. Neville's back. Wow. The king of the Cruiserweights makes his return to take back his rightful crown. That's the wonder of an open challenge, I suppose. Anybody could turn up and anybody could take the opportunity. And it is going to be the king of the Cruiserweights himself, Neville, making his sensational return here to 205 Live. And he could walk straight back in and take that championship instantly. This is going to be a very interesting match. Very, very interesting. Right, let's get into the ring and see what happens. Freaking Neville is freaking here. I cannot believe Neville. Wow. Well, Neville just got a nice knee in the face. There was a welcome here to 205 Live. Neville is here. Now, it's unfortunate for Eddie Guerrero, but every cloud has a silver lining. We have got word now that Eddie was checked over by doctors earlier on today and was deemed not fit and healthy to wrestle yet. Although I have spoke to him and he seems more... I mean, he's disappointed, of course, but at the same time he's a little bit more annoyed at the fact that he's not going to get a chance to get retribution. That's what he seems more interested in, is the retribution against Almas. Now, if you don't know the story very well, the idea was that Almas demanded in the NXT Universe made our first one, that he was the best Latin American wrestler there was at that point in time. In fairness, he did go on to prove his claim. He defeated Kalisto, Sin Cara, Gran Metalik, Lince Dorado, all in singles matches. But then made the even more bolder claim that he was the best Latin American wrestler ever, which sort of warranted a return from Eddie Guerrero, who then went on to face Almas one-on-one at Shabby Takeover and defeated him. Now that sort of turned over into this universe mode as well, when we saw Almas, Guerrero and Rey Mysterio Jr. fight for an opportunity at the number one contendership for the Cruiserweight Championship, of course, this match here. Once again, Guerrero pinned Almas and defeated him, so that was 2 pins in a row, and that sort of just angered Almas more than anything, and that's what I believe led to Almas to attack Eddie Guerrero so brutally backstage a couple of episodes ago, which had led to obviously Guerrero not being able to make it here this evening. So it's been pretty crazy, but like I said, every cloud has a silver lining, and it has allowed Neville the chance to return, and not only return, but to walk straight into a championship opportunity and try and regain his title as the king of the Cruiserweights. Great running forearm there by Neville on Pete Dunne. Now wrenching back at the face of Pete Dunne. Neville gonna got, what's he got planned here? The biggest advantage Neville has here is he knew ahead of time what he would be doing. He knew that he would be facing Pete Dunne for this championship, whereas Pete Dunne had no idea who was going to come out to this open challenge, so he could not prepare Pete Dunne. And that could be shown here. Neville there with a red arrow. 1, 2. It's only a 2 count. How on earth has Pete Dunne kicked out of a red arrow? Neville now just wrenching back at the arm and really in control of this match now. Pete Dunne really struggling if he wants to remain champion or retain his championship. He needs to do a bit better than this. He's currently being just completely brutalized here by Neville, but like I said, Neville had a chance to prepare, whereas Dunne had no idea who he'd be facing off against here today. And that seems to be working here. Dunne now brings Neville back up to a standing base. Slamming Neville face first into that turnbuckle pad over and over and over and over and over again. Pete Dunne now pins Neville. One. Only a 1 count. Neville spins Dunne around. Into the corner he goes. And Neville once again is in charge, taking Pete Dunne up to the top. What has he got planned? Looks like it could be a superplex. Yes, big maneuver there by Neville. Does damage to himself at the same time though. But does go for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and that was close. That was. Kick out just in time there by Pete Dunne. But Neville heads up to the top. Oh, and Pete Dunne moves out the way, but Neville catches him with the elbow right in the spine. Another boot in the back as well. And now Neville once again heading up top. He's at quite some distance here though. Went for the red arrow again, but Pete Dunne got the knees up. Dunne now with the X-Plex on Neville. And Neville able to kick out the X-Plex. What do these two guys have planned next? Dunne has a hold of the arm. Wrenching back. Looking for that arm breaker. Neville able to get back up to his feet now. They're taking Pete Dunne up. Into the powerbomb. Sit out powerbomb. Oh. Going there for a 2 count though. Does Neville have enough? Oh, nice. Step up into Guri to the kneeling Pete Dunne. Neville heads up top once again. For the elbow drop to the back, but Pete Dunne playing possum rolled out the way. And now Pete Dunne taking Neville up into a bitter end. There's the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Neville kicked out the bitter end now as well. Both these guys kicking out of each other's finisher maneuvers now. Trying to showcase their ability. Both of them know how important it is to walk out of here the champion. Pete Dunne wants to retain the championship. This is his first championship defense actually. He wants to retain it and prove how good he is. Whereas of course Neville wants to make his return a bang. He wants to come back and prove that he is the king of the Cruiserweights. Neville with the right hand right in the gut of Pete Dunne. Neville sending Dunne into the corner. So Neville got planned. Looks like maybe going for another superplex here actually. Taking Pete Dunne up to the top. Neville heads up to the top. And it is nice. A superplex. And Neville now, somebody taking the top turnbuckle, but I don't know why he should just gone for the pin really after that big superplex. But it looks like he still has more in his plan, but that's backfired, isn't it really? He took the top turnbuckle pad off and then Pete Dunne sent him straight into it. Pete Dunne now stalking Neville. Neville slowly getting back up to his feet, but Dunne with the boot in the back. Now bringing Neville, or slams him back of the head first into the mat. Pete Dunne sending Neville over, looking for the tombstone power driver. Jumping sit-out tombstone power driver. Wow. And Dunne once again. Oh, but Neville reverses it into a spiked tombstone power driver of his own. A boot in the knee. Now the short DDT there by Neville on Pete Dunne. And they've now taken a different one off. Okay. Don't know why he's taking all these turnbuckle pads off. Is it some sort of way of winning? Well, he must have some sort of idea. He must have some sort of idea what the hell he's doing. And he still does a throw Pete Dunne into one of the two corners that are missing it, eh? Okay, up to the top goes Neville. For some reason... Oh, no. Well, you're not going to do this, surely. Oh, wow. Wow, the super duperplex to the outside. Pete Dunne crashes and burns. Really painful. Neville sends Dunne back into the ring. Big elbow in the face. Neville willing Dunne back up to his feet. Springboard drop kick. But still... So the referee is now just putting those turnbuckle pads back on. He makes them materialise out of nothing. Now Neville does head up to the top. Red arrow. Surely. 1, 2, and 3. And Neville's the brand new Cruiserweight champion. Wow. Okay. That was insane. What a match. What a freaking match. And Neville does get the victory. And I am recording. Yeah, I got a bit worried there for a second. I recorded majority of this show and then realised I hadn't pressed the bloody record button, so I had to start from scratch, which was annoying. But we're doing it now. That's good. And Neville made his return here this evening as an open challenge participant for the Cruiserweight Championship because Eddie Guerrero could not show. And Neville not only has showed up, not only made his return, but he's also made himself the king of the Cruiserweights. Neville is your brand new Cruiserweight champion. Neville is back. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please do hit a like and, of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you for watching. I'll see you very, very soon for our new episode of of 205 Live or NJPW. Bye.